Hi Scorpio, welcome to your July 2017 overview reading. I do have a giveaway announcement, which I'll explain and put a timestamp for all the details in the description. And I have a free solar year reading that you're able to get for signing up for my newsletter and a couple other things that I'm gonna share with you guys, and I'll put that at the end, so stay tuned for that. And Paulina Cassidy, we're gonna go ahead and start with her, the Witchlings deck. Opportunity. The world is full of opportunities waiting to be discovered. Okay, so this could be a new job, a new relationship. It's all the new things coming to the surface. So make sure you're keeping your eyes peeled for things that are, going to move you forward. And then seeds of intention. For today, I connect with nature. So however you do that, I'm not someone, I don't enjoy hiking, so that's not how I personally connect with nature. I like to go to the beach, I like to go visit gardens and other stuff like that. So it's however you do it. It doesn't mean you have to go hike in the woods for 3 days to connect with nature. It can even be like taking your shoes off and just walking around in the grass. That actually makes a big difference, believe it or not, because of the energy that has to do with soil and everything and our connection to that. It has something to do with the ions. I don't remember all the science behind it, but it changes the charge of your electrons when you step in soil. It's really cool. You should look into it if you're into that. Okay, and so I'm going to do a 3-card pick with the not Paulina Cassidy. This is Doreen Virtue's new Angels of Abundance deck. So if you have a specific question regarding finances, nope, that one doesn't want to come. Regarding finances, abundance, career, anything like that, go ahead and think about it now. Focus on the card that's calling to you. Nope, that one doesn't want to come. Okay. If you just want some additional insight, go ahead and focus on it now, whichever card. And card number 1, ask for your needs to be met. God and the angels can come to your aid only if you make a free will choice to be helped, and it begins with asking. It doesn't matter how you ask God for help, but only that you do so. The same holds true with clearly asking for other people to assist you. Card number 2, bountiful nature. Spending time in nature helps shift you to a higher vibration and reminds you of God's infinite abundance. Go outside and enjoy a walk or a hike with your pet, meditate beneath a tree, garden, sit under the stars, or do some other activity to connect with the limitless vastness. Yes, so this is all about doing what you enjoy, not what the perfect picture around connecting with nature is. It's all individual and it's up to you. Okay, card number 3, clearing debts. Your self-care involves removing the heavy burden of financial and emotional debts from your life. You already feel lighter and freer just by facing this topic and making a plan to clear present obligations and avoid future ones as well. And the big thing that's also coming up with this is energetic debts. It's not just your credit card bills, it is your relationships with others. Kind of not having a balanced relationship can also be debts. Okay, and also I'm not going to be doing a Celtic cross today. I have a different spread for you. Go ahead and let me know in the comments how you like it. I'm trying to mix it up and give you guys lots of variety with my decks and my spreads and everything, so just keep me posted. Keep me in the know. Okay, and I'm gonna lay it out and then I'll explain as I go through the spread. Okay, so this is going to be the main spread, and then I'm also going to do like a timeline-esque portion around it. So this is going to be the beginning of the month, the middle of the month, and the end, but there's going to be 3 facets to it. So Wild Unknown is going to be your environment for the first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter. And then we're going to do the Tarot of Sexual Magic. This is going to be your romantic relationships. Whether you're coupled or not, it doesn't matter. This is the energy surrounding your love life, whatever that means to you. And then the Mythological Abstractions, this is going to be your growth period for the month. So through the quarters, you know, it's going to be fluid because it's a timeline, but the big idea here is that it's, you know, like the first quarter, first week-ish, second, third, and fourth. So this is where you start the month and this is where you end. Okay, so getting started, what increases Scorpio's intuition for July? Boom, 10 of Chalices coming up strong. So this is partnership. It does look like the past experiences, if you haven't had a lot of romantic experiences to go off of, these are the collective lessons that you've learned. So it's you know, like the archetype of soulmates, ideal partnerships, all of the lessons and ideas that you have around that are really supporting you in calling in what you need, if that makes sense. So it's all about you know, having a clear vision and the right experiences in order to attract the things that you need to experience next. Okay, and then this is Who Loves Scorpio. This isn't a relationship card. This is just who's supporting you, who's showing you love. King of Swords. So this could be an air sign, right? But really this is someone who's an independent thinker who can just make things happen. So who comes to mind when you think about this? Is it a father figure? Is it, you know, a friend of yours? And I mean, gender isn't really necessary, or it's not really a part of this, but it looks like someone who is, you know, in touch with divine masculinity, regardless of gender. So really being able to take on that role. Okay, what increases Scorpio's health? Okay, so it looks like there's a need for a certain level of change this month. So this is all about, you have the information, now you need to actually like grow and learn from it and make it happen. It's like It's separate from the devil in that the devil card is more about like our habits. Death is like the rebirth. So it looks like you're coming into a space where your health is improving, but you have to really take action. Because it's like if you say, okay, I'm rebirthing myself, but you don't clean up your diet, you don't exercise, you don't take the action piece, or you don't book your doctor's appointments, or whatever it is, however health looks for you, if you're not taking the action piece, then it's worthless. And what gives Scorpio power this month? Okay, so you kind of hibernating. Take a break, come into yourself, reevaluate, figure out what it is that you're doing, and that's where all your power is going to come from, is retreating. What increases Scorpio's creativity? Okay, so you have a creative person, a creative partner coming through. This does look like a person in your space. So someone who like really lights your fire, who inspires you, who makes you feel creative and gets your creative juices flowing. This is the person who's really going to be helpful for your own creative projects and getting things started. And what makes Scorpio strong? Again, being alone, kind of reflecting on what's worked in the past and, you know, how you're moving forward. It's the reflection piece that's going to give you, because this is very similar to the Hermit. They're almost identical. It's like you're off by yourself, you're alone. This is going to give you the strength that you need to persevere in whatever way that is for your given situation. Because it's, you know, that's about as specific I can get without reading people individually. But it's just like a need for reflection and kind of taking some time to evaluate all of the things that you've experienced. What is bringing Scorpio success in July? Again, this has to do with retreating. So the Magician, creating, making things come to life. That's the key thing with the Magician, is like making things appear. And really making these manifestations happen really comes from taking time for yourself. And so that's when we become introspective, when we focus on what we want, and that's when the magic actually happens. Speaking of magic, that's the next card, is what kindles Scorpio's magic. Charging for, oh, there was a bug. It just flew in my face. So this is you really charging forward with your core desires. So what is that? Like, what do you want? When I ask that question, like, what do you really just want to power through? Like, what is your big goal? What's your big desire? Let me clarify that, actually. Okay, so what kindles your magic? Okay, we have duplicates coming up. So this person's important. That's what I'm getting now, is like that person is really going to help you push towards your goals. So keep your eyes peeled, because they're going to help you a lot. I'm going to clarify. I don't want to over clarify this, but I'll clarify the, I want to get more information on your health. So what increases your health? Self-love. It just looks like really doing things that are loving and kind. So the big thing that is like screaming at me is words. What are you telling yourself? What are you, you know, what is the dialogue that's on repeat in your head that's going to make a big difference? Like your physical cells, the cells of your body, are impacted by your thoughts and your belief system. I mean, there is something to be said about that. And so really be mindful with how you're treating yourself. Be kind to yourself. I know that a lot of you are probably sick of me preaching about self-care, but seriously, I know so many people who are unkind and hurtful and destructive to themselves. And so really, really take care of yourself. Really, really feed your mind and your body with healthy, positive, nourishing things. Let's look at the environment for the first quarter. Okay, so this is same card as here, right? So we have this independent thinker, and this is also you getting room to have your own creative ideas and your own independent thinking and your own expression. So it's like you have a lot of space. Let's see your growth period. 7 of Swords. So this looks like reflecting on the past. And I know a lot of you know I don't read tarot traditionally. So if you're like, oh, that's not what the 7 of Swords means, I just don't know a lot about the traditional tarot, and that's just not how I read. I do not go by the book. So moving on, it looks like you're really reflecting on the past, your past experiences, and really carrying that knowledge forward into present time so that you're able to evolve and really move forward in a direction that you want to go. Okay, and in the relationship sector, 8 of Pentacles. It's interesting because this looks like you're really looking forward. So it's kind of like you're not exactly present. You're actually kind of 3 steps ahead, and it's kind of like, okay, pump the brakes, you know, stop and smell the roses from time to time. It's good to have vision, and at the same time, we don't want to live so far in the future that we're not able to engage with those that we have in our lives in present time. So be mindful of that. Okay, so second quarter, the Hierophant. So really drawing on your knowledge. That's the big thing that's coming up, is like you have these independent ideas and now you're like, okay, I'm gonna give them structure. You have the key to get what you want and move forward with it, but it's a recipe. So all of the pieces are really coming together. Let's check out the growth period. Beautiful, 10 of Cups. Again, it's more reflection on your past, and it's like she's even looking back, and it's like looking back at all the good, looking back on all the times you've manifested, and there's a lot of self-confidence and self-assurance coming off of this card. Okay, and then the relationships, the Sun, beautiful. Okay, so this is that passionate, fiery connection that you really crave. This, you know, it's either you connecting with a partner or you getting really clear on, I want this. This is what I'm trying to manifest. This is what I'm trying to call in. So that's I don't want to over clarify that. It's just whatever's coming to mind, whatever feels good in your body. Pay attention to your own intuition as I, you know, go through this. Okay, and the third quarter, third week-ish, ooh, 10 of Pentacles. Okay, so this is things really coming together, where it's like, you know, this whole thing is really coming together nicely. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. It's like there's a really strong foundation for whatever it is that you're working on. So well done. That's ideal. It's exactly what you want to see when you're working on a project or moving forward with something. And your growth period, King of Wands. Okay, so I jokingly say this is my man because I'm all about Leos, right? I know I've said that before. This is It's interesting because it kind of reminds me of the Page of Wands, even though this is your growth period. So this is a deepening connection with this person, or this is you taking a fiery, assertive approach to whatever it is that you're working on. So it's going to show up differently. It's a general reading, so it's either going to be you stepping into it yourself, or really it's this Page of Wands, because that, you know, sometimes different, it could be a king or a page or a knight. Sometimes they show up in different forms, but I read it as the same person just because it's screaming at me, and that's what this one's doing. So keep your eyes peeled for this person, seriously. If they're not a fire sign, you know, Leo, Sag, or Aries, look for the people who you identify as fiery. And relationships, boom, 10 of Chalices, again, we have this card for the third time. Okay, and this is pretty ideal. I mean, it's, ooh, now that I'm looking at this, with the 10 of Pentacles and you have the King of Wands here, this could be someone like a blossoming partnership too. There's always that possibility, but it's just interesting that all of this is clustered in the corner. It's just like building a really strong foundation for your relationships, and it's like you're gaining more experience, and there's a deepening connection, like that really fiery, passionate, because all of these cards are that way, and that's, you know, what the King of Wands represents. Okay, and the environment at the end of the month. Okay, so you have options. You are planting seeds. You are watching things grow and evolve. Your growth period, Queen of Swords, and this is that independence. So really stepping into this, like, no, I need to move forward with all the things that I have going on. Really just, you know, working hard, doing the things you need to do. In relationship, Two of Pentacles, some more options. Again, like how I'm reading this card, it's, you know, decision making. And this could be a decision with your partner. Like, what are we doing? Let's get a game plan together. That's really what's coming through here. Or a relationship about who are you pursuing, or who are you moving forward with, if it's more than one person that you're dealing with, or if you're dating around, and kind of keeping your options open. Okay, so now for the housekeeping stuff. I do have a giveaway going right now. It's on Facebook. If you're interested in winning a free 30-minute session with me over the phone or Zoom, go ahead and, sorry, there's a bug in here and it keeps buzzing by my ears. Go ahead and go on and like my Facebook page, Onyx Healing, and then there's a post that is just, it says giveaway in big letters, and you just have to tag your name in the comments and you're eligible for the giveaway, and the winner is going to be announced on June 30th, so make sure that you go like my Facebook page for that and comment your name so that I know you want to be a part of it. If you're looking for a free solar year reading, I offer those as a birthday gift for signing up for my newsletter. So I'll put the link to that in the description. If you'd like to learn to read tarot, I also have a Facebook group for that. And I'll post the link so that you can get in and ask to join the group as well. And if you're looking to book a session with me, I just want to be really clear that if you want to work with me, I will not answer personal questions in the comments, so really make sure that you are booking a session with me. Otherwise, I'm just gonna type in the comments, book a session with me. So I'll post the link for that as well if you want to work with me one-on-one. And go ahead and follow me on Instagram at Onyx Healing, and I will see you next time. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, and I hope you have an awesome July, and I will see you later.